So we have a punctuation question. And so first, so this no change is a colon, right? Colons separate, you have to have an independent clause in front of the colon, and you can kind of put whatever you want after it, right? So this can be independent, this can be dependent, it can just be a word, it can be a list of things. What you can't do is put a dependent clause in front of a colon, right? A semicolon, right, answer choice B, the dot and the comma, separates only two independent clauses. The left has to be independent, the right has to be independent. If they're not two full sentences, the semicolon won't work, right? It's basically the exact same thing as a period, right? So if we look at answer choices B and C, right, a period also separates two independent clauses. If the only difference between two answer choices is one's a semicolon and one's a period, I promise you they are both wrong, because you can't have two correct answers, and technically they do the same thing in the context of a standardized test. Then we have a comma, right? Commas, if we have one comma in a sentence, it's either independent in front, dependent after, or dependent in front and independent after, right? We can't have two independent clauses with a comma because this is a run-on, and we can't just have two multiple dependent clauses because this would just be like two fragments, right? So we need one part to be a full sentence, the other part to not be a sentence, right? So let's see what we have here. One of architect Frank Lloyd Wright's greatest masterpieces is found in southwestern Pennsylvania. This to here is a full sentence. It's an independent clause, right? And then we have a colon, right? Right, so like if we have a full independent clause in front of a colon, it's pretty much generally going to work. So, and just to check, right, a house referred to as falling water, this is just a part of a clause, right? So it's dependent. So answer choice A would work. And the reason answer choice D doesn't work is that if I say it is a house referred to as falling water, I reintroduce a subject and a verb here, and then I would have I see, and that's a run-on, and that's no good, right? So we're going to use the colon, independent in front, and then just some information about it after. It can be a full sentence. It doesn't have to be a full sentence. We can just have to have a word or a list.